We have problems. According to Google, their AI feature says only 20 to 30% of wholesalers manage to stay active and profitable for more than a year. However, new businesses, 80% last longer than a year. Wholesalers, we have a problem.
Raise my hand like a champion, taking the cheers in the ambience. I got a ring, but think then again, I'm such a winner, I'll win again. Some think I'm a Viking or maybe a wizard. I feel like I'm both when I'm in the ring. Victory brings serenity. I give them a three-piece, that's for the three-peat, and then I leave with the Trinity. True baller got all the amenities. All the others just wanna be mini-me's. Haters mad when they in my vicinity.
All right, so you guys know that starting out this year, I made the goal of releasing a new video every single day with the objective of removing all excuses to not succeed as a wholesaler. Now, when I read this statistic here, that only 20 to 30% of wholesalers, it literally says, manage to stay active and profitable for more than a year. That is an alarming stat. And I started thinking back about it. I mean, we've now been in the wholesaling industry for a decade, and there are so many people that we came up with that now are just no longer even in this industry whatsoever. And as I look on here, it actually breaks down why wholesalers are failing. Okay. It says it's mainly due to the challenging nature of the business, including finding consistent deals, navigating market fluctuations, and building a reliable buyer network. Now let's unpack that for a second, okay? Mainly due to the challenging nature of the business, including finding consistent deals, okay? And I read each and every one of y'all's comments on this channel, and I appreciate them. I read each and every comment on my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook, and I see this is a concern for you guys. I see it where people say, I'm just not finding people that are willing to sell their property for a discount. Now, one of the things that I will say about this is that is part of the business, right? You are going to talk to people that don't need to sell their property for a discount, okay? You have to remove those leads from your system, move on from them, and continue mining for the actually truly motivated sellers. Now, I regularly talk about the fact that PPL has changed this game, right? We now have Lead Zolo, property lead, speed lead, where we can go in and we can truly find people that are raising their hand and they're saying, I have a vacant distressed property. I am in pre-foreclosure. I'm a tired landlord. All of these motivating factors as to why they would want to sell that property for a discount. So, whereas I hear what Google is saying here, and the fact that people struggle finding consistent deals. However, I would question how many people are consistently marketing to find those consistent deals. How many times do people become a wholesaler and they have stacked up enough operating capital that they can truly market like it's any other business where they're investing $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 in marketing to find consistent deal flow? See, majority of the time when people come into wholesaling, it's because they want to do it because it's easy, low barrier to entry. Maybe even they're taught it doesn't cost a lot of capital to get started. This is the narrative that gets spun. And because of that, I think that's why people are not having consistent deal flow. There's not a consistent marketing budget. There's not a consistent marketing flow. And that's what's impacting your ability to find consistent deals. Now, the next one it says is navigating market fluctuations. Okay, now I've been in this industry for a decade, and it's been probably the best decade for real estate investing and wholesaling. There haven't really been a ton of market fluctuations. I mean, quite frankly, really the only one that was really significantly moved the needle was late 2022, early 2023, when we had the interest rates go up on us. But that kind of played out over the course of 2 to 3 months, and then it kind of moved back to the norm outside of hedge funds getting out of the game to a certain degree. I mean, 2021 was insane. Hedge funds were buying everything. And then in 2022, 2023, that slowed down. Cash buyers have still been there. The flippers have still been there. The landlords have still been there. I disagree with navigating market fluctuations. I think that's just a lazy answer here. I don't think that's the reason why people are failing. The last one, building a reliable buyer network. Okay. I agree with that one. I think people are very lazy when it comes to dispositions and building relationships with cash buyers. I think they want to go scrape Facebook groups for emails. They want to use MailChimp, Constant Contact, email blast out, post it in Facebook groups, and hope that the deal sells itself. I think we put so much time and effort into acquisitions and lead generation, but quite frankly, there's very little content in regards to dispositions and how to truly navigate that and build those relationships. And I'm always talking about it's the relationship game. That is what makes a wholesaling business continue moving forward. Just today, so this is coming out later on, right? I'm actually recording this the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, okay? We just assigned a deal today, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, that we got Tuesday. So literally less than 24 hours. We got the property under contract. We got the pictures back. It was a pre-foreclosure situation. It's going to auction next Tuesday. Title is ready to close. If it does not close by Monday, it's sold at the foreclosure auction on Tuesday. Because we had a buyer relationship, we picked up the phone and we got the deal signed in less than 24 hours. It will close on Monday. We saved the seller from foreclosure. That is what I'm talking about. Like, you have to build those relationships where you can navigate situations. And so when we're looking at this and we're saying, well, it's hard to find consistent deals. Is it hard to find consistent deals, or is it hard to find consistent deals and then also have buyers to buy when you have that super hot smoking deal right there on your plate? How many people could have actually navigated on Thanksgiving week, getting a deal Tuesday night, assigning it Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and getting it closed on Monday so we can avoid it going to foreclosure on Tuesday? Not many people. But it's also because you're not putting the work and effort into building those relationships with cash buyers, making sure that you know what is their buy box. The moment that we got that property under contract, me and Cassie both told Justin, this is the buyer you're going to call. You don't need to call anyone else. This is the person that's going to buy that deal. And it went down exactly the way that we thought it was going to go down. Now, coming back over to here, there's more details. Okay, it says key points to consider. Many new wholesalers enter the market with high expectations, but quickly face difficulties in securing deals, leading to a high dropout rate within the first year. Okay, so again, it says difficulty in securing deals. So now is it difficulty in finding consistent deals, or is it the fact that we suck at closing? When you look at the industry as a whole and you read what has been put out there on how to talk to sellers, how to navigate those conversations, we suck. Like, what we tell people to say to sellers and how we navigate these conversations is pathetic. I can absolutely see how 80% of our industry is failing in year one when they're utilizing the scripts that are put out there, and we're navigating conversations where we're not truly identifying what does the seller need. Are we listening to their needs, or are we only trying to get a property under contract? Because I'm going to tell you, more often than not, when I listen to someone else trying to close a deal, their primary focus on that phone conversation is, I'm trying to get a property under contract, not I'm trying to solve the seller's problem. I'm not asking the right questions. I'm not digging deeper into their pain and their motivation. And then in return, naturally overcoming any objections that they might have about doing business with you and your business. That is the problem that I'm seeing. So when it says they have difficulties in securing deals, I think it's because the majority of people suck at closing. I think you're actually talking to people that are motivated enough to sell to you, but you just don't have the ability to close deals. That's what I think the majority of our industry is suffering from. The next thing it says market dependence. Wholesaling success is heavily dependent on local market conditions, which can fluctuate quickly, making it difficult to maintain a steady income stream. Okay, now this right here, it just annoys the piss out of me because I think this is actually coming from our industry itself. The vast majority of people say, don't be like RJ, okay? Don't go nationwide. Don't go statewide. That's so hard. And so we are, by nature, making our businesses dependent upon what's happening in that city or that county that now we're told to do business in. Some places are very difficult to wholesale in. If there's more competition, guess what? That means it's going to be harder for you to succeed. That's just numbers game, right? So when we look at this and we look at what we have from a marketing perspective in 2024, moving forward into 2025, and even the dispo tools that we have available to us and the comping tools, we don't have to be market dependent. We can actually broaden out and go to other markets. And instead of being dependent upon a market, we get to be dependent upon 3, 4, 5 different markets. That now enables us to have more buyers, more leads, and more opportunities to be successful. Now, when we look at this, it says it's also heavily dependent on local market conditions. Again, this is saying it can, fluctuate quickly. What markets in the past 5 years have price points fluctuated up and down? I mean, quite frankly, almost every market out there, the prices have just continued to rise. So I'm not agreeing with this whole markets are fluctuating quickly. All right. Maybe over the course of, the past 60, 70 years have we seen where market values have fluctuated at times. But right now, that's not what's happening. And I don't think that's the reason why wholesalers are not succeeding. I think it's because we're taught, hey, we live in Dallas, Texas, and so-and-so on YouTube told me that I need to wholesale in my backyard to get started because that's going to be easier for me. I can go do belly-to-belly appointments, and I can have face-to-face meetings with my buyers. So that's what I'm going to do. And you get your teeth kicked in by the wholesalers that have a much larger budget than you. They've already established buyer relationships, and they also have a lot more deal flow than you. And so when you're in competition with them, it's very hard for you to win early on. However, if you were to go out to secondary, tertiary markets where there's a lot less competition, but there's still plenty of buyers, you will stand out. And we have made a killing doing that across the country. And you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to be insane like us. You can literally say, I'm going to start with 1 tertiary market or 2 tertiary markets and see how that works for me and build those buyer relationships and get deal flow going. And then you can slowly expand out. The next thing it says is factors that contribute to long-term success in wholesaling. Okay, so let's see. Strong marketing strategy. Effectively finding motivated sellers through targeted marketing techniques. Okay, so at this point, we're beating a dead horse. Okay, it says we have to identify motivated sellers through our marketing techniques. Well, we actually have people that have dedicated their careers to being great at marketing and identifying motivated sellers. All we have to do is purchase those leads at this point. If you don't have the money to do that, then you can go out and you can pull lists for motivated factors and cold call them. It's going to be a much slower grind. You're going to have to mine through a lot of people that are not motivated to sell despite the motivating factors. But it actually exists now where we don't have to come up with that marketing strategy ourselves. There are other people that are a lot smarter at marketing than us that are already doing it for us. Okay. The next thing, solid buyer network, building relationships with reliable cash buyers who are actively looking for deals. Okay. So now we have tools like Investor Base, Investor Lift, Deal Speed, Privy, PropStream that give us access to data that shows us who is actively buying deals, where are they buying deals, what price are they buying those deals, what did they sell them for, how much money did they make, and how long did they hold on to them. I'm sorry. The systems exist today where there is absolutely zero reason why you should not be able to build a solid buyer network. If you cannot do that, then you are just pure lazy or just not trying to succeed in this industry. That's a fact. You say, well, RJ, you use Investor Lift and that's, 50 grand a year. Okay. Use Privy then. It's $99 a month or $97 a month or something like that. Okay. At some point in time, if you want to be a business owner, you have to find a way to reinvest into your business. You have to have systems. Okay. So if you can't afford the big boy system, Investor Lift, go buy one of the smaller ones and work your way up. It's all it requires is a little bit more effort and work on your part. They still both work. So solid buyer network being an excuse, unacceptable. Next, market knowledge. Deep understanding of local real estate trends and regulations. Okay. We can get lost in the regulation side of things. I'm going to be honest with you. There's not enough regulations in the wholesaling space that should be impacting your business unless you're doing it in very specific locations. And then the most of those take a simple Google search or a phone call that will explain to you exactly how you overcome it. We got a deal in Nebraska. Right when the regulations hit in Nebraska, we got a cease and desist letter. We called up the real estate commission in Nebraska. We said, we have this property under contract and we want to assign it to a buyer. How can we market this deal without getting in trouble with you guys? They said, do this. We did that. We sold the deal and we didn't get in trouble. Okay. It took us about an hour. All right. This should not shut down your business. If it did, you're weak sauce. Okay. If it's going to shut down your business, you don't want it bad enough. Okay. Now, deep understanding of local real estate trends. Well, what's one of the skill sets that I always say you need to have to be a great wholesaler? The ability to comp and underwrite, no matter where the deal is. Now, you don't need to understand local real estate trends, okay? They just exist. It's facts. You just look at the numbers. What's happening? Look at the comps. Use PropStream, Privy, Batch Leads, whatever. I mean, hell, if you need free, you could use Zillow. Look around. What are the properties selling for? What do they look like? I need my property to look like this to sell for that amount. Boom. Simplify the process. Okay. And the last one here, this one made me laugh. Business acumen. Efficient contract negotiation and deal structuring skills. Okay. So again, efficient contract negotiation. One, that's your ability to talk to sellers, ask the right questions, and close. Okay. And then deal structuring skills. Well, you don't really need deal structuring skills because the majority of your deals are just going to be cash transactions. So it's not really structuring the deal, just making sure you're getting it at the right price and then you're selling it at more than that. So can you underwrite? Can you comp correctly? Can you actually look and say, after repair value is this? I need this much in rehab to achieve that after repair value. And then they want this much in profit. Okay. Understanding where your end buyers buy. So when I look at this, I have to say, all right, pat on the back, baby. We're moving in the right direction. If 70 to 80% of wholesalers are failing, according to Google, because of this factor, then what we are putting out here at Titanium eliminates all of these factors. We are pumping out content for free for you guys that shows you how to do each and every one of these. And if you want to invest in yourself a little bit, our education programs blow this out of the water. You would not have to worry about any of this. So when you look at it and you say, well, how to find consistent deals, I'm going to tell you right now. Pick one of the three: Lead Zolo, Property Leads, Speed to Lead. If you don't know what those are, there's links right below, down here in the show notes. Click on each one of them. See which one you can afford. The cheapest, Speed to Lead Coupon Club. $29 a lead. Okay? It's about as cheap as you could possibly get for someone to raise their hand and say, I have a property I want to sell. All right? The next thing is navigating market fluctuations or understanding the real estate trends. So you need to understand how to comp and underwrite. Titanium Profits. Literally use our profit calculator, our rehab calculator. We give you the education on how to comp and underwrite anywhere in the United States. That eliminates that excuse. How do you build a reliable buyer network? Down below, for free, you can download the Titanium Toolkit, which gives you everything that you need. But it has our DISPO formula, okay? But you need a system. Use Privy. Use Investor Base, use Deal Speed, use Investor Lift, okay? All different price points from $97 a month all the way up to $50,000 a year, okay? Guess what? The cheaper one is not as good as the expensive one. The expensive one's the best, okay? Work your way up to it. All you have to do is on the cheaper one, work harder than you do with the most expensive one. We have worked our ass off for the past decade to be able to afford the most expensive one. And yeah, it's easy for us at this point. But we have that reliable cash buyer network. And at the end of the day, some of these other ones, as far as efficient contract negotiation, deal structuring, listen, it's all there. If you follow what we teach you here at Titanium, the King Closers formula, the web formula, the DISPO formula, you use the systems, you will be part of the 20 to 30% that not only stays active for longer than a year, but you will be highly profitable for as long as you want. Now, here's the thing that I want you to understand. When I looked up how many businesses fail in their first year, it said 20%, okay? So it's the opposite, right? 80% of wholesalers are failing in year one, and only 20% are failing in every other business. One of the things that it said down here, though, it says some tips to avoid business failure include setting goals, researching the market, love your work, and don't quit. Let me tell you something. The vast majority of people that have failed in wholesaling did not love their work. They thought this was going to be easy. They thought it was going to be quick cash. They fell for the gimmicks on YouTube and on the Facebook ads and the Instagram reels. And they said, so-and-so said it's so easy. So-and-so is making all this money. Look at them. They got a Rolls Royce. They got this or that. It's not easy. It's simple. But you better love what you're doing. You better love picking up the phone every day and talking to people and helping solve their problems by buying their real estate. You better love picking the phone up and talking to cash buyers and providing them what their business needs, which is deals. If you don't love that, then guess what? Yeah, you're going to end up quitting. But you can make a choice right now. You can either be a part of the 20% or you can be a part of the 80%. Whatever you do, though, if you're deciding right now to be a part of the 20%, don't quit. Don't give up on this. Fall in love with what you're doing. Make a decision. This is what I want to do in my career. When I found out about wholesaling in 2014, I literally told everyone, this is what I was made to do. I've looked around and I've always wondered, what am I supposed to do with my career? And I said, wholesaling, this is what I'm supposed to do. I got asked the other day, why do you give so much free content out? Because wholesaling real estate changed my life. Not the content, not selling education. No, getting a property under contract and assigning it to an end buyer. That's what changed my life. And that's why I'm passionate about sharing this with you guys. I want you to be a part of the 20 and 30%. This is why I will relentlessly continue to create content and educate you guys and give you everything that you need. You don't need to stay up with the trends. Let me do that. I get contacted by the new vendors and the business operators that are coming and saying, this is the next big thing that's going to change wholesaling before it becomes available to the public. Let me keep you up to date on the trends and let me lead you and show you how you can be successful as a wholesaler, if that's truly what you want to do. But you can only make that decision. I can't make you successful. That's why I say create your own reality. But the facts are, these are weak sauce excuses to not succeed, because we put out far too much education on how to overcome each and every one of these problems wholesalers have. These, how does it say it? Oh, I'm on the wrong one. It says the challenging nature of the business. I'm going to be honest with you. I felt this challenging nature of the wholesaling industry at one point in time. I wish I had had someone that said, hey, do this for marketing. Talk to sellers this way. Here's how you find the cash buyers. Go do it. I had to go out and figure it out all on my own. You guys have found me. If you're watching this video, you've got me. Keep watching. Download the free content that we give you for free. And if you really want to invest in yourself and take it to the next level, purchase one of our products. That's what the King Closer War Chest is there for. We gave you step by step exactly what you need to succeed. Don't be a part of the 80%. Become part of the 20%. See you guys tomorrow.